Hey gang, this video is going to be about my 300 cc big bore kit that I've applied to my Kayo K6-R 250. So it takes it from 249 cc's to 298 cc's. Long and short, I'm going to make it very quick. The one that I bought from China, I think it was from BHRC or some, I even forget what it was, the company that I got it from, if I'm honest. Their manufacturing of this part, I hate to say it because a lot of people like to jump on the China parts. What I got was not the highest of quality at the time I got it. I have it fixed now, but I had a lot of problems. Took 6 weeks to get it initially. I've sat on it for months because I just because of all the problems and how hard it is to actually do this job. You need some specialty tools. You know, definitely need a torque wrench. You need a good set of socket set, and a good set of tools. I can't even remember all the things that you're going to need. It's quite complicated if you've never done this before, which I had not done. Prior to this motorcycle, I had never done a water-cooled 4-stroke dirt bike. I had always been a 2-stroke guy. So having said that, I'm not going to get into the long and shorts of all the things that are not obvious if you've never done it before. But one question I got is, will it work with the EFI? Yes, it will work with the EFI. You may, not quite sure. I would think it would. People tell me that it will, so I'm just going to go with that. Might be a little bit more complicated with the EFI system, getting the right fuel map, but in general, it'll work. The problem that I had was two problems. They sent me one out of the 3 rings for the oil ring that goes on the very bottom. They sent me one ring that was too damn big. So initially I tried to grind that down and it ended up snapping. But even still, I couldn't put the rings on because there was a casting flaw in the piston. It had a bulge coming out of the oil groove a little bit, and I didn't realize it initially. And I had to take a file, and a very thin file. I said a nail file in a post, but it really wasn't a nail file. It was a real file. And I had to grind that down so that the rings would fit. On top of that, I had to get that part, those rings, from Joe Henner at GPX at Moto Toys USA in Linden, Utah, the GPX USA site. As a lot of you know, I deal with Joe Henner a lot. He's moved and works for them. So if you want to do this, I would say at least reach out to him via phone. Call the number. I think it's an 801 number. It's Utah. Call them and ask for Joe, or have him call you back if he's busy. And I know he can order it for you. I think it would be a quicker time frame than what the 6 weeks that it took for me to get it from China. How I did it on AliExpress. And it probably, I won't say less, but you're gonna get better quality because the GPX line is they custom build. It's not custom built, it's kind of spec built for them. They place an order, they make so many of them, and Gary Goodwin has been over there, has talked to these people, has met the manufacturing people in the shop that builds the bikes for them, and they just put out better now that they've been around for a while. They put out better parts for him specifically, and so they have a 300 already that exists for them, and that cylinder and piston will work with the Kayo if you have a Kayo. So I would go that route instead of trying to order it the way that I did. Having said that, I've only ridden it in my neighborhood on streets, which is not a good example. Today is the first day I'm taking it out. I've gone through some heat cycles, and so we're going to give it a shot today, and I'll have some ride footage here at North Carolina Motorsports Park. So that's it. Everything else you'll see from this point forward will be like ride video, or maybe me pointing to the bike and talking to the bike. So I'll catch you at the very end. Peace out. Okay guys, out here at North Carolina Motorsports Park. They've made a lot of changes. They had a night race recently, and they updated the track a lot, added some loop sections in a couple of places. So it's definitely different. Out here today with the 300 kit that I just put on the Kayo K6-R. Yeah, so sorry I didn't film a whole lot. This is with the new track and a couple of teething issues I had with the air boot coming off and a couple other little, tweaking things around. This always happens when you rebuild an engine. You have to come out and shake it down and, make adjustments. So, sorry, that guy's going by. So yeah, I've been fiddling with that and I wasn't filming. So this is probably 1:30 in the afternoon, something like that. And it's definitely hot, and I've already ridden quite a bit. So this won't be the fastest, obviously, since it's a new track layout for me. But yeah, hopefully you can see. I definitely can feel that with the 300 that I have more off throttle, coming right off the throttle, and it's a little bit easier to actually navigate the track, like staying in third gear, because it can lug a little bit. It's got more torque on the bottom. So kind of getting used to things, and yeah, so here we're gonna go out. So coming up is a new section. Right after this, they added a kind of like a lip in the middle. The fast guys go and clear this all the way to here. But I'm not a fast guy anymore. This one's always slick. Alright, coming up is like, this reminds me of Loretta Lynn's. Whoops with a turn. And this one you stand into the corner. I like to go to the deep berm out here. lugging it. I'm actually not revving it that hard. So, but I love whoops. I actually love that shit. So I'll figure it out eventually. Woo! Very tired. Tired. Don't ever want to push it when you're old like me. But that's the new NCMP at my 300. Thank you all for watching the journey. Like and subscribe if you don't already. Tell your friends. And I will catch you on the next one.